All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? How's it going, man? I tell you what, man, it is such a blessing to be on this platform. Let's keep it real. Conference is in the groove. Y'all are popping, man. I'm telling you, staying hot, you're staying full of love, man. Constance and Anthony, I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you laying out this platform for us to come out and give out some medicine, man. I tell you what, all the medicine that has been given out thus this far is just so motivating. It has blessed me tremendously, man. I tell you what, everybody that is getting the ear full should be getting the belly full as well. Yeah, I mean, it is just awesome, man. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to get this in, man. I tell you, I couldn't be more proud of you guys of what you're doing and how you're really just changing lives. And I mean, literally changing lives, letting people know that they can be successful. They can do exactly what they want to do. They can be free. And I mean, absolutely free. And that is a mindset shift right there. I'm telling you, that is in it by itself. Man, I could probably do a speech just on that right there, man. I'm telling you, it's love in that thing. But look, let's get into this bad boy, man. Again, I just want to, it's just so much honor. I want to give it again to Constance and Anthony Mason for really putting this platform on so we can come in and grow even further in what we do in our profession. I am life coach Fred, former senior, man. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here. You people are so beautiful, man. I tell you what, I don't know what to do right now with all this beautifulness that's going on around me, man. So many ones that before me done put so much information out there. It's kind of hard to come behind them and do anything great, man. But I know the greatness is inside of me. So I'm going to put it out there as well, man. I have been coaching for quite a while. I'm a mentor as well. I'm a CEO of an organization titled One Blood Movement of Unity. It speaks against racism. It defines people back to the understanding that we all are God's children, one human race. It is a organization that creates diverse moments so we can gain understanding of opposite race, and so we can gain love, and put out more love. Sometimes we have these deep conversations inside of four walls, man, and we never extend it out to the opposite race, so we never gain understanding. And that's the whole reason of that right there, of One Blood Movement of Unity. It also goes, it promotes equality and humanity in this beautiful world that we do live in. Thank God for all that, man. Thank God for that. And I'm a father of four. I'm a husband of one. So I have two teenagers, 17 and 18. And I also have two little girls who are 6 and 8. I tell you what, I had never in my life, fellas, y'all got to hear me on this one, man. I'm telling you, I'm being for real. I have never in my life been so wrapped around two beautiful, and I'm just straight butter. It ain't no, there's nothing. And I mean, no concrete, no hardness. You got to realize, man, I grew up, my father was military. My two older brothers were military. My grandfather was military. My uncles was military. I'm military. And we also be hardcore. And I was with that with my boys, and I had them on top, but choke, knock them out, whatever we got to do. They just boys. You do what it do. But the girls laid it on me, man. It was crazy. It was like a switch that was turned completely off. And I got really mushy. I don't understand how you moms, I have to learn this thing because it has to be something that's on the inside of you that you have that is important to give to your husbands or your significant other that you may have a daughter with the father, because they look at you with these beautiful little eyes, and they just man, I can't even explain it. It does something to me that I don't know. I really just don't know. But they wrap me, and I end up saying yes, and you moms can just say no with no blemishes. I mean, it's nothing. It's like, nah, girl, you can't have it. And I'm like, you know, I'd be like, what'd your mama say? And they'd be like, well, and I'm like, okay, baby, okay, baby, okay, baby. And I know I'm just prepping them the wrong way for their husband, but hey, man, he better be on his game. He better be on his A game, fam. I'm telling you, he better be on his A game. I'm telling you right now, fam, he's got to be the rock with them two little girls right there. But look, they are precious. They are. That is my pride and joy, for real, straight up. My whole family is, but you know how it is when you have the little ones. They just kind of take over the moments of your life as you grow along. And that's what they do. So look, I'm gonna bring in you, man, changing your mindset for success. Again, I want to tell you, Constance and Anthony, thank you so much for this platform. It's a beautiful one. And all the ones who have gone before, man, thank you for being such a blessing, giving out so much medicine, man, so we can get some healing going on, some motivation going on, and some prosperity going on. You guys are awesome. Look, 3 things I want you to take away from this, man. 3 things. You. The first one is you. What is your perspective of you? What is your perspective of you? The second thing I want you to take away from this is the 2 mirrors. For me, it's the physical mirror and the spiritual mirror. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a Christ believer. Everybody does not believe. Everybody has their own. A lot of people have their own religion of what they want to do. I'm not going to knock it. If that's what keeps you floating, that's what keeps you happy, then you do the best that you can do. You do what connects to you, what brings you in and takes you out. That's what you connect them to. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I believe in what I believe, and I love all in spite of. I don't have a heaven and hell to put no one in. And then I take it to the physical mirror. Now, that's the one where I get to talk to myself. I know you do too. You got to stop playing. People talking about, man, you crazy if you talk to yourself. No, look at him. I'm telling you right now, I give myself the best answers. And they said it too, where it's okay as long as you don't answer yourself. Look here, let me be real honest with you. I'm gonna be real honest with you. If you don't answer yourself at least once in a blue, man, how you gonna know the answer? I mean, really, how you gonna know the answer? If you don't, sometimes some things people just can't answer for you. When it's about you, they don't know. You're the only one that know you. That's it. So sometimes you got to answer your own self to say, you know what, you're right. You're right. You got to think about that thing when you're in the mirror, man. It helps you out. The third thing I want you to take away, family, is to become. You add those 3 things together and you become. Go do exactly and go be exactly who God designed you to be in this world, and give out exactly what he designed for you to give out. Live, not exist, family. Live, not exist. So let's get into it, man. The you part with me was very, very deep, man. I tell you, I remember in 2014, man, God blessed me with an organization, Title I Blood Movement of Unity. Brings people back to understand we're all of God's children, one human race. And when he initially gave it to me, I really thought it was to unite my family and my wife's family. So he's at this point in time, he's working on me, and I'm trying to figure it out. And so I tell my wife about it, and then we sleep on it, and we think it's a great idea, and we start collaborating on it. And then I'm thinking, since we done set it up, we have the party ready to go, we have the event ready to go for both families to unite and come together. And God says, no, that's not it. I said, okay, what is it? And he really hits me in the head and says, I want you to take on racism. I said, why? What is the point of this? This is a big one. This is the biggest weapon known to mankind. That he has not created a weapon. Only God has this type of weapon to combat this bad boy. And I'm like, man, this is a big one, man. I mean, God, this is something that I'm not built for. And he says, wait a minute, son. I started this when you was in the 1st grade. When I brought you from Raleigh, North Carolina to Clayton, North Carolina. Moving to Clayton, North Carolina from Wake County to Johnson County, I lived in the city, is where we were from, in Raleigh, North Carolina. And we moved to the country, which is Clayton, North Carolina, and they were full of white folks. I lived in the city that were full of Black folk. You had a little Hispanic, maybe one every so often that you would come across, and you would have an Indian. You had more Indians back then than anybody else in the other race, and there was a few whites in between. But when we moved to the country, we moved to Clayton, North Carolina, I was blown. It was a culture shock. I mean, it hit me in the head, man. I was like, what in the world? 1977 is when they just tore the sign down in Johnson County, welcome to KKK town. And I'm like, man, what, why? Pops, what's going on? We were having a ball. And that's the problem. Black folk, you know how we do from time to time. But anyway, we moved to Clayton, man, culture shock, going into Johnson County schools. Predominantly white, and I'm not used to this at all. So we're going to the classroom, And this is my first day of school, and I'm meeting the teacher and I'm meeting all the other kids. And the majority of the kids are white. And so they got crayons out everywhere, just beautiful stuff laid out, paper and pencils, everything on tables and stuff. And my mind is blown. I'm ready to go get it. But I said, man, let me kind of break the ice in a little bit. Let me break the ice a little bit, get the teachers going, get the kids going, trying to introduce myself without introducing myself, you know what I mean? So we get going, man, and I pull off the crayons off my desk because she told me where to sit, had my little name on there and everything. And I put the crayons inside my sleeve. And it's just a little jokey joke. That's all, a little jokey joke to the teacher, man, so we can break the ice. Teacher comes up, I said, teacher, I don't have my crayons. After she asked everybody to have them. And I said, no, I don't have mine. She comes on over there, man. She's pulling all the books out, man, all the papers and everything. She's kind of lifting the desk up and all that kind of stuff, trying to find the crayons. And man, I'm in the back of the giggling, you know, just tripping. And when I see she's really struggling, looking for them, I pull them just a little bit out my sleeve and I tap her on the shoulder. She initially turns around with a decent smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew you were joking. I knew something went right. I knew I didn't lose my mind or was losing it because I know I did something. So she's thinking that initially, until this little white girl steps up and says, that's stealing. And so I'm at awe right now. You know, the crayons are like halfway hanging out my sleeve. The teacher's already seen me. It's not like I got caught. You know, I pulled them out and I tapped her on the shoulder with them. And the little girl yells out, that's stealing. Man, that broke my heart. I was like, oh, you know, where we do that at? You know, I'm not used to this. And the teacher immediately says, son, we don't do that around here. I don't know where you from, but we don't do that around here. And I'm like, we don't do what? I'm confused, you know. I didn't steal anything. And I knew I was doing a joke. I knew I was trying to make people laugh. I was trying to get some, you know, break some icing. You know what I'm saying? Just chill out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just try to get to know everybody get to know me. And my character started to develop. I knew right then I would never treat anyone out of the opposite race differently than what I wanted to be treated. I understood when my parents said, treat everyone the way you want to be treated. I didn't at first. I had no clue what the word they was talking about. I mean, you don't know color at that point in time in their life until you come across it. You don't know hate. You don't know anger until you come across it at that point in time in your life. So my character is starting to develop. I'm starting to become one blood. Not knowing this, what God is building me for. And we fast forward, like I said before, he gave me one blood in 2014. In 2016, everything started kicking off. We was flowing. Everything was really, really going. I am really knowing and learning who I am. I'm feeding the homeless. I'm clothing the needy. I'm mentoring the kids, creating diverse moments, doing community events, bringing speakers in. And we're speaking against racism. We are really, really just hitting the diverse crowd with tons of information to gain understanding. And then in the midst of all this, I'm at my job and I'm passed up and over by a white cat twice for a job that I'm more qualified for than he is. And I got passed up twice. So I'm combating racism, trying to eradicate it. And I'm really, I mean, I'm in the ditches, man. I'm grinding it out and I'm becoming me. I'm learning who I am. I'm gaining my perspective of what I do. I'm shifting my mind to a greater me. But I'm going through what I'm trying to bring people through at the same time. So at work, I'm losing value because I'm thinking to myself, man, is it worth it? Am I worth it? Is it really, really worth it? What's this fight for? So we speed up just a little bit more. Towards the end of 2016, I found out I'm about to lose my house. Finances is shot. I don't know what happened. I let my wife take over all the finances. And I just, in 6 months later, I'm about to lose my home. So betrayal kicks in. And I mean, it's running deep. So I'm running an organization that God gave me, combating racism. I'm fighting it at work, losing my value. And then I lose my self-confidence, my self-esteem when I walk through the door of my own home, knowing I make enough money to afford it, but there's no money in the bank to prove it. My self-confidence, man, just took a down, plumb, boom, going straight down. I'm like, what in the world? So I'm hit from 3 different angles. Boom, boom, boom. Loss of value. Trying to eradicate racism with one blood. In feeding the homeless, mentoring the kids, running football camps. I mean, spending a lot of time outside the home. And then when I get home, I'm losing my relationship with my sons. Losing my relationship with my wife. And we get to the point. I mean, it's real. Everything it hit the fan. I mean, I'm talking about it was low. It was at the bottom. Rocks just thrown. It was like somebody was throwing some stones at me for real because it was deep. And I could not understand what the world was going on, hitting from 3 different angles, even in my own home. And we made it almost to the divorce court, straight up. I mean, on the way. She had a lawyer, I had my lawyer. We had it, we was going to fight for the land and the house and the kids and everything. I mean, we had it packed up, ready to get it in, man. I'm talking about ready in the rucksack. Let's get it. May the best woman or man, however you want to look at it, win. That's the way we was going. We was going to battle this bad boy, developing. Development is in my attitude, my character is being developed at this prayer point in time. On the way, can't lie about this, straight up, can't lie. I'm on the way to the courthouse to straight up get rid of them like I'm done. And the Holy Spirit really, really dropped in. He says, hey. I said, hey. He said, you remember, man should love the wife like Christ loved the church. I said, come on. Not right now. Not right now. He says, life and death lies in the power of the tongue for them that love to eat the fruit thereof. I said, come on, man, not right now. I'm almost free. After this was 15 years, almost free. I'm good. Don't need no more. I'm good. This is where my mirror kicks in, fam. This is where my mind shift is really taking place. This is where you got to make up your mind and really take hold of the value that you really are. At this point in time, I should have gave up. I should have quit. But I found out I wasn't a quitter. I found out that I wasn't good at paying attention with finances. So I had to regroup my finances. So I found out really 2 things in one time. I found out I didn't pay attention, but at the same token, I learned how. So I found out I was good at financing. At the second part, I started thinking about the value that I could bring to the table at my job. I started figuring out ways to regain and rebuild my confidence at home. Once I understood that my certifications were higher than the man that was next to me, I went to work and proved it. I mean, day by day, I never give up. So I understood then I had self-drive. I knew I had something with me. I was always searching for my purpose, and I was always searching for something better because I knew greatness was inside of me. So I was started changing my mindset. It started shifting in a different direction. Why? Because I was going through so much hell and pain that I wish upon no man or no woman. But when I picked up that word and really started gathering my thoughts, I picked out the character that represented me, and I represented them the most. And I read their story. Their story started matching my character. So as their story is matching my character, I'm picking out their value in them. I'm picking out their confidence level, their self-esteem that they have to walk the mile, to walk the walk that they was doing, to talk that they were talking. The scriptures that I'm reading, is really advancing my life right now. It's changing my mindset for success. Now, if your success is marriage, if your success is your career, if it's your motherhood, fatherhood, whatever that may be, you have to find that on a deeper level. That's when you're going through your hardest moment in life. It's about like putting, a pottery. When you heat it up and you're molding it, elements move when they're heated up. I was getting hit by 3 different directions. Ain't had no choice but to be hot. I mean, these are stone, they fiery. So God, he just kept molding me, getting me ready for what? And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm running an organization titled One Blood. If I couldn't unify what I had at home, how could I unify the world? Mindset had to start shifting. I had to eat everything that I was going through at home because it was a unification. So I found out I'm a unifier and I'm good at it. I'm good at communication. I'm a good listener. I found that out. I'm good at it. All you got to do is sit me down long enough and I'm cool. I know I'm going to go get it. I know I'm a mover. I'm a mover. I got to go. But at the same time, once I sit down, you have my full blown attention. And I sit right there and I listen to you and I communicate. So I found out some great value things I started having about myself. I started proving that more and more at work, my 9 to 5. And then as I'm reading my character, I figured out his steps and what he did. And then I started reading that back to me in my physical mirror. It started letting me know exactly who I am. My values started picking back up. My mindset started shifting for success of my marriage, for success of my career, and leading on for success of my nonprofit organization. And then even further than that, changing my mindset for the success of my own business. I had to learn how to operate a business inside my own 4 walls first and understand it, get a good grip of it. Being hit by 3 different directions, you're losing your self-value because you're getting passed over. No one's thinking about you. Even though they see your work, your reviews are immaculate, but you're the wrong color skin. You go home, you're losing your confidence because your wife is thinking one direction and you're thinking another. Or if you're male or female, whichever one, your significant other. So you're losing your confidence. And then if you have something that's going on outside the home, that may be taken away from all those, or you may be adding something else to your life, you got to figure out why you're in that. What is that perspective of that? That same type of situation. That's your part. That's your affirmation part. You start reassuring yourself that, yes, I am this good at this particular thing. I am good at speaking. I am good at loving my wife. I am good at loving my kids. I am good at communicating. And I am good at finances. I am good at starting my own business. I am good at running my own business. I am good at uniting people. But I had to unite myself first. I had to unite me with me. I had to change my mindset for success. I had to let myself know that I had everything that God had given me was already on the inside. So now what do I do with all this? I show it to the world by becoming that self-valued Black man that understands, that has been renewed, and my confidence that was lost has been rebuilt. That's changing the mindset for success. Go be exactly who God has put you, that grew you through. A lot of people always say, man, as long as you're going through, you're making it. I beg to differ. As long as you're growing through, you'll make it. Once you get to that point to realizing, yes, I learned that from this pain, but my pain is someone else's success. And it helped me change my mindset for my success. Family, that's my time, man. I love you guys, man. I hope this was good enough for you to understand. I hope this was good enough for you to go stay motivated and go become exactly who you are. Again, Craig, I mean, not Craig, I always call him Craig because it's got it in the name. But Constance and Anthony, man, I think you guys are awesome. I really, really appreciate you. This platform is a beautiful one, and I'm honored, man. I'm honored. But I hope this was a blessing to you, as well as all the other ones that have been coming through and the ones that will go after this, man. Y'all be safe, be blessed. You know, One Blood loves you. Talk to you soon.